friends, it's Becca with Beautiful Mess Plans. I'm here today to film an August flip. I hope these are the 4 planners I flip through because this is all I could think of that I use. So let's move these out of the way and get started. So this is my catch-all. It's a Hobonichi Weeks. Just for those that are asking, I will towards the end of the year do a what I'm going to use in 2024. And I am going to use this size again because I'm loving this size. I feel way less stressed out about it and all that. But, sorry if you can hear my kids in the background. There was a half day of school. But anyway, I'm not using Hobonichi Weeks. I'm actually using a Sterling ink. We'll talk all about this in a couple of months. I mean, if you have any questions, of course, you can ask. But, that's what I'm using right now. So, I don't even know. It's bunnies on the cover. I just picked one and here we are. So, this is my August spread. I really liked the kit in August. I use it very, very functionally. Like I just decorate here, put a quote, and I write in. Like that's how I use it. It works really well for me. So here we go. So this week, yeah, I had already started using the August because there was only one day in July and I was ready to move on from like all the, summery stuff. And I really like the flowers. Like this feels more like a September kit than the kit that we're currently using for September. And I obviously like hardcore used it this week. Again, this week, I like really used it a lot. And I really like how this week turned out. Like, I think every single time I make a plan with me, I'm like, I don't love it. But I think it's really cute. I like the butterflies. I mean, I don't know if I said it specifically about this week, but I really like how this one turned out. This was my birthday week and I used sunflowers. A little bit less this week, but it was my birthday and we got some unexpected news on Friday and I just didn't use it for the rest of the week. And I just didn't, you know, throw a lot in. Then this was a really, really busy week. I hate this. I said it at the time. I visioned it differently than how it turned out. I think I need to cut the stems more. It's fine, whatever. It's done now, but really busy week. And then this was this last week, that September started here. I didn't really use it this week. There's not really a rhyme or reason. That's also crooked, but I just didn't use it. I like how it turned out, but I didn't use it. So it's fine. I'm not worried. So that is my catch-all. We'll keep the camera low for my health planner. So this is also in Hobonichi Weeks, obviously 101 Dalmatian theme, which I adore. This was my favorite movie growing up. And I would show you my phone case, but I'm using my phone to film. But it has a 101 Dalmatian case because I'm 37 and I still love my 101 Dalmatians. Do I want a Dalmatian? No, never. But did I love the movie growing up and still have a nostalgic feeling about it? Yes, I do. So anyway, I use this. Here's the monthly, and I do use the Cocoa Daisy like week or calendar kit in here just because it's really simple. And I use this page to write out something good or a win for the day. Sometimes these boxes are here because I waited too long to write and I don't remember. Sometimes they're there because it was a bad day and I don't really feel like looking at the bright side because my default is not positive, sunny, look for the silver lining. That's not my default. So when I have a really bad day, it's just not what I'm going to naturally do. So, and I think that's fine. So that's how that turned out. And this was after a couple months of actually using the Weeks sticker kit. I decided not to get it in August again and just decorate because I have so much stuff. Like I don't need it. So how I use it, if you do not know, is obviously I put the weather. I usually do it the night before and look at it and then write it down. I guess I could go back and like get it more accurate, but I think it's fine how I do it. These transparent weather stickers are actually from my shop. And then I usually do a mood. So at the end of the day, I will pick one of my Posy stickers, mood stickers, and put it down for my overall mood for the day. And then here I'll write a little bit more about my mood or how I was feeling or the day in general. And then here's my workouts that I do. And I use an app called Moms Into Fitness. I love it. But that's these workouts. And then usually I write about how the workout went. because sometimes when I repeat a workout, I like to go back and I like to see like, what did I think of this workout? How did I do? What was my thing that I needed to work on? That kind of thing. And then down here, I don't always write down here, but for the weekend, since I don't work out, sometimes it's just like how my body was feeling. Sometimes it's just like overall whatever. But I don't always write down there. But it's super simple. See, I don't always write. It's super simple, and I didn't work out this week because our air conditioning broke, and it was a heat advisory, and there was no way I was gonna, we were like limping along with our air conditioning, and there was no way in the world I was gonna heat up the house by trying to work out or like pass out because it's so hot. I mean, work out at 5 o'clock in the morning, but still, it was just not the week for it. So, and this is I'm filming on Friday, but this, you know, up to here is still August. So, that is my health planner. So this one might be my favorite one right now. So this is my reading planner. And by planner, I mean journal. It's my reading journal. And I just started showing you guys this one recently because I love it. It's my favorite. It's my baby. I love reading. It's an Archer and Olive. Don't know the name of the cover, but it's got a sunshine and it's yellow. So, let's see. This is my, like daily reading. If the lines mean I didn't read. So I didn't read 2 days this week. But let's go over to the calendar page. So I make these calendar pages, obviously, I just draw them out, and I use these to track how long it takes me to get through a book, my books read, books bought, and then my stats. So I read 11 books this month, 7 physical and 4 Kindle books, a total of 4,066 pages. My average star rating was 4.05, and I bought 8 books. Plus I got a few more for my birthday, but I didn't write those down because I technically didn't buy them. And then I put my favorite quotes. So from some of the books. So You're Not Nothing to Me from Hotel Magnifique. But how can we appreciate the sun every morning if we don't live through the dark, from The Fine Print. And I don't know, but I'd like you if you had crab hands too, from Icebreaker. So those are some of my favorite quotes. I wrote down another one, and any of that don't fit in here, I actually like keep a quotes page in my catch-all, just because sometimes I really like quotes. So we'll go over and look at the books. So this is one of those, like, I read most of it in July, but I finished it in August. I put it in August. It's not that big of a deal. These 2 are part of a series. I only read the first 2 because I liked the first one. So I was like, oh, I'll read the second one. The second one was so slow. So I was like, I'm not going to keep reading. I don't care that much. I mean, still gave it a 3 stars. It wasn't bad. I've definitely read worse books, but you know, it was not great. Hotel Magnifique, I gave 5 stars. I loved it. It was not at all what I was imagining, but I really liked it a lot. And then I read this series, what was it? The Dreamland Billionaires, I think. I don't know. I think is the name of the series. I enjoyed these a lot. I read these on Kindle Unlimited, and I really enjoyed it. This one was my least favorite. I only gave it 3 stars. These 2 I got 4 stars. I just didn't like the brother that was involved. I didn't like the storyline as much. It just wasn't my favorite. But I did enjoy the series as a whole. Probably eventually I will buy this physical, because sometimes if I really like a book on the Kindle, I'll buy it eventually on physical, because I like to read physical over Kindle, and I'll probably reread these, or at least these 2. And then Beach Read. I loved this book. It was such a fun book to read. I loved the characters. I loved the story. I loved the plot. I loved it. It was so much fun to read. I haven't picked my favorite book of the month yet, and my 3 contestants are, you know, Hotel Magnifique, Beach Reads, or Icebreaker back here, and I can't decide. I'm having a hard time. I don't know. I did 6 of Crows. Now, I heard so much about this book, and so many people love it, and this feels a little bit like Night Circus to me. Like, so many people loved it, and I hated Night Circus. I didn't like this. I gave it 3 stars. I probably could have given it lower. Don't come at me. I started to read Crooked Kingdom, and I just couldn't. I did not like it at all. I think part of it is that I don't like books with morally gray characters, and they were all morally gray, and so this was a hard no for me. Next was Deadly Illusions, which is like the 5th book in a series I've been reading. I gave 5 stars to the rest of the series. This one, I don't know what it was. It just wasn't as good. I enjoyed it, but it just wasn't as good. So that was a little bit disappointing. This one, I was so excited. My husband got this for me for my birthday. This is the 5th or 6th book in the Wexford and Sloan series, and I loved it. I'm not putting this on my top reads because technically the first book in the series is on another month's top reads, and this is like farther down in the series, so I think I'm going to give it to one of these other books. But it's really good. This is a good series if you like historical fiction. It's a mystery. There's some romance. It's so accurate for the times. Like, it was very well done. And then the last book I read was Icebreaker, which I told my husband, I said, I found a book boyfriend. I hope you're not jealous. He gave me a hard time. So this might actually end up being my favorite book of the month. I enjoyed it a lot. I read it. It's like 429 pages. I read it in 2 days because I could not put it down. So I enjoyed it a lot. So I don't know. We'll see. It's probably between Icebreaker, honestly, and Beach Reads. I don't know. I don't know which one I'm going to pick for my favorite book, but those are the books I read this month. And then last is, this one's hard to see because it's so big, is my memory planner. And sorry about the ring light reflection. It won't stay there long. This is a Lights Planner Action Happy Planner size Queen Bee. I don't know if she changed the name of it. I hope not, but it was called Queen Bee. Hopefully it's still called Queen Bee. So, and like always, I did not 100% finish the month because I haven't had a chance to do this week yet. So I do have pictures. I just haven't got a chance to finish it. But here is, in case you're new, I use the monthly pages to just basically, like, if I took a picture that day, I put it here. So that's what this page is. And then, yeah, here we go. This is the first week. I think I actually planned this week on camera. I will try to link it if I remember to, but I'm pretty sure I did a video with this one and this spread in a video. So kids went to the dentist, fun times. My parents came over and we took them to McDonald's to play because it had been so hot. They hadn't been outside and they were just like bouncing off the walls. We went to Silver City down in Branson, Missouri, and had a lot of fun. It was a really good day. We rode a ride. I talked about it maybe after, I don't remember, called, I've talked about it at some point, I'm fairly certain, about River Blast, which is just like you sit in a boat and you shoot people on the shore and other boats with water, and you get soaked, they get soaked. It was so much fun. Way more fun than I was expecting. And this kit that I used is in, I think it was actually last September's Cocoa Daisy. Might have been August. I can't remember if it was August or September, but one of those two, I think it was September, Cocoa Daisy kit. And then we just went for a walk that day. And then this was the first week of school. So it's school themed. These are like happy planner stickers. I don't love how this turned out, but I was just wanting to get it done, honestly. It was nice enough that we went out and did some weeding. This is sneak a peek night. This is my oldest daughter's last year in elementary school. And then first day of school. And then I think it was just a walk. But yeah, I don't love how this turned out, but I was too lazy to write and I just wanted to be done with it. And then I think this might be, yeah, this is the last week that I actually have filled out. I'll show you in my next flip through. I will show you this week that I haven't done. This is, I think this was like June's Cocoa Daisy kit, maybe. It's koi fish. There was no rhyme or reason for the koi fish. It was just that I had it. It was so beautiful. It was in the 70s. We opened the house for a while. Amazing. So we were sitting outside waiting to go pick up kids. Doctor's appointment. My daughter, I went ahead and bought this early because I found it and I couldn't pass it up. It's her Halloween costume. She's going to be a monster. And I thought the werewolf was amazing last year. This is even maybe more amazing. She's just so stinking adorable in it. And this is my birthday. I always take a picture of myself on my birthday because, you know, why not? And then down here, you probably remember I talked about this. The Blue Angels were in town. And they were performing at an airport not that far from us, which is why we could hear them. And we didn't go to the air show because it was a heat advisory. It was way too hot. But we could see some of their performance from our driveway. So we sat in the shade in our driveway whenever we heard the Blue Angels fly by and watched them. So you could see, in this one, it's a little hard to see because it's small, but my kids were watching somebody. I don't think that's Blue Angels. I think that's one of like the Raptors, the F-22s. But this one, which is hard to see, does have 4 Blue Angels flying overhead. It was so loud. And then we went out the next day because it was on Saturday and Sunday and watched them again, but it was so hot outside that we weren't even moving around, and you can see how sweaty they were. My son's hair was sticking like straight up from sweat. It was, you know, they both look a little bit rough, but she's a doll. So, and then obviously, like I said, I have not done this week yet. I'll show you probably in my September flip when we get there. So that is that, and I think that's everything. I don't usually show you my meal planner because, to be perfectly honest, it's fairly boring. It's, you know, there's nothing exciting about it. But these are my planners. And that was my flip through August, and I think that's all I have. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.